There's so many examples of the Quran clearly plagiarizing, and one of the most egregious ones is the whole Mary, Miriam, Maryam issue, which I mentioned in one of my last videos. And I really wanted to show the evidence for that because I've gotten some pushback. So once again, the Quran calls Mary, mother of Jesus, sister of Aaron, and daughter of Imran. For the rest of the video, I'll be calling her Maryam, which is the Arabic name, keeping in mind that Miriam, sister of Moses and Aaron, is also named Maryam in Arabic. Call both of them Maryam. They'll be confusing, but whatever. So Maryam, mother of Jesus, the sister of Aaron and daughter of Imran. But in the Bible, Miriam is the sister of Moses and Aaron. And so someone, for instance, asked me, why would I just believe it because the Bible said so? That's illogical. And I would agree with that. If I did believe it just purely based on the fact that the Bible said it and the Quran didn't, or it contradicted the Quran, that would 100% be illogical. That's not the issue. That was just my way of trying to summarize the issue without really getting into it, because there's a lot to say here and there's a lot of evidence. So let's first establish that what I'm claiming here is true about Maryam, mother of Jesus. According to the Quran, chapter 19, 27 to 28, which is Surat Maryam, or the chapter named after Maryam. This is the Khan and Hilali translation. It says, "Then she brought him to her people," meaning Maryam brought Jesus to her people after she gave birth to him. "They said, 'O Maryam, indeed you have brought a mighty thing. O sister of Harun or Aaron, your father was not a man who used to commit adultery, nor your mother was an unchaste woman.'" Okay, so she is called sister of Aaron. Cool. Next, we have Quran chapter 66, verse 12. "And Maryam, the daughter of Imran, who guarded her chastity." That's all we need. So established as the daughter of Imran. Cool. Chapter 3, verses 35 and 36. And it says, "Remember when the wife of Imran said, 'O my Lord, I have vowed to you what is in my womb to be dedicated for your services. So accept this from me. Verily you are the all-hearer, the all-knowing.' Then, when she gave birth to her, she said, 'O my Lord, I have given birth to a female child. And Allah knew better what she brought forth, and the male is not like the female, and I have named her Maryam.'" So, again, daughter of Imran, sister of Aaron. Great. Now, moving on, Maryam, sister of Moses, is also in the Islamic tradition known as a Maryam whose brother is named Harun, Aaron, and whose father is Imran. So there's a Quran verse that we can start with that establishes that Harun and Moses are brothers in the Islamic tradition. Quran chapter 7, verse 142. "And we appointed for Musa, Moses, 30 nights and added 10, and he completed the term appointed by his Lord of 40 nights. And Musa, Moses, said to his brother Harun, Aaron, replace me among my people, blah, 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 blah." Okay, his brother's Aaron. Great. Next verse, chapter 28, verse 34. Again, Moses is speaking, that's the context. It says, "And my brother Harun, Aaron, he is more eloquent in speech than me, so send him," I guess technically should be than I, whatever. "So send him with me as a helper to confirm me." Moses has a brother named Aaron. Let's continue. Both Musa and Aaron, obviously, because they're brothers, have a father named Imran. In the hadith of the night journey, it says, "On the night journey, I passed by Moses, son of Imran." Now we have to link Moses and Aaron's sister to them. We have Quran 28:11. So here Moses' mother is speaking, and she's addressing Moses' sister. "And she said to his sister, 'Follow him.' So she, his sister, watched them from a far place secretly while they perceived not." Now let's go to the traditional Muslim exegetes. We have Al-Qurtubi. He speaks on 28:11 on Moses' sister, saying that her name was Maryam, daughter of Imran. Her name matched the name of Maryam, the mother of Jesus. They both had the same name. So here we get her first name. And I will say, he gets his information from what in the Islamic tradition is known as the Isra'iliyat, which is essentially just a way of saying narratives from the Jewish and Christian tradition. So essentially, he's drawing from the Bible. If you go back to 1928, we have a Tabari, and he says, "Some said it refers to Aaron, the brother of Moses, and Mary was called his sister because she was of his descendants." So he's acknowledging that it's a perfectly legitimate reading to understand that as referring to Aaron, brother of Moses. She's just similar to him, right? It's a comparison. She's not literally his sister. She's just like him. Then we have Tafsir Ibn Kathir, who's another exegete. He says of that verse, he quotes someone else of saying, "O sister of Aaron" means Aaron, the brother of Moses, and she was of his progeny, as one says to Tamimi, a brother of Tamim. So even if you can interpret it another way, it's not invalid to also say, hey, this sounds eerily similar to the other Maryam, and it's possibly referring to the brother of Moses. Cool. Now, if you go to the hadith, this hadith from Sahih Muslim 2135, the narrator says, "When I came to Najran, the Christians of Najran asked me, 'You read, O sister of Harun, in the Qur'an, whereas Moses was born much before Jesus. When I came back to Allah's messenger, I asked him about that, whereupon he said, the people of the old age used to give names to their persons after the names of apostles and pious persons who had gone before them.' There's at least evidence that he was called out on it, and he gave a less than convincing answer. So, Islamic tradition has two Maryams, both of whom are referred to as sisters of Aaron, or have a brother named Aaron, in some sense, and also have a father named Imran. That just seems to me like confusion and obvious plagiarism. What are the odds of that happening? Whenever I brought this up, for whatever reason, I've noticed that Muslims just try to explain away the sister part, as if that somehow also addresses the daughter of Imran part, and I don't know why they're incapable of addressing both. Even Aisha, Muhammad's child bride, thought that the verse really did refer to Aaron, Moses' brother. Ibn Kathir's tafsir mentions this hadith. Ka'b said the verse that reads, "O sister of Harun, Aaron," does not refer to Aaron, the brother of Moses. Aisha replied to Ka'b, "You have lied." Ka'b responded, "O mother of the believers, if the Prophet has said it and he is more knowledgeable, then this is what he related. Besides, I find the difference in time between them to be 600 years. He said that she remained silent." Woo! I think that's it.